Struggle is my address with pain and crack lives. Gunshots coming from sounds of blackness. Given this game with no time to practice. Born on a blacklist. Told I'm below average. A life with no cabbage. That's no money if you from where I'm from. Funny, I just want some of your son. Dark clouds seem to follow me. Alcohol that my pop swallow bottle me. No apology, I walk with a bolt on my shoulder. It's a cold war, I'm a colder soldier. Hold the same fight that made Martin Luther the king. I ain't using it for the right thing. In between lean and the fiends, hustle and the schemes, I put together pieces of a dream. I still have one.
I got a dream. We gonna work it out. We gonna work it out. We gonna work it out.
I have a dream.
I got a dream.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
I have a dream.
I got a dream.
That one day.
That one day. I'ma look deeper than myself. I gotta find a way.
I have a dream.
My dream is to be free. My dream is to be. My dream is to be. My dream is to be free.
The world see me looking in the mirror. Images of me getting much clearer. Dear self, I wrote a letter just to better my soul. If I don't express it, then forever I hold inside. I'm from a side where we gotta control. Rap music in the hood play the fatherly role. My story like yours, yo, gotta be told. Trying to make it from a gangster to a Galia role. Red scrolls of stone slaves and Jewish people in cold cage. Hate has no color or age. Flip the page. Now my race became freedom. Right dreams in the dark, they far, but I can see them. I believe in heaven more than hell. Blessings more than jail. In the ghetto, letting love prevail. With a story to tell. My eyes see the glory and well. The world waiting for me to yell. I have a dream.
I got a dream.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
I have a dream.
I got a dream.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
One day.
We gonna work it
I
out.
have a dream.
I got a dream.
That one day.
That one day.
That one day.
I'ma look deeper than myself. I gotta find a way.
I have a dream.
My dream is to be free. My dream is to be. My dream is to be. My dream is to be free.
Good afternoon and welcome to this virtual MLK Wreath Laying Ceremony. We are glad that you are joining us here. Although this is a different experience than we had last year, we are grateful that you're still able to join us in this virtual space. Today we will spend some time honoring the life and legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., highlighting his moment, the speech that he had here on the university campus, and noting what our charge is when we look at that legacy in terms of moving forward. So we are grateful that you're here. We're going to have a greeting from Merida Allen, the Executive Director of the Multi-Ethnic Education and Engagement Center. We'll have a poem by student Gabe Gaiusbayode, and then we will also have a selection by Angelo Knight. Again, thank you for joining us, and we hope that you enjoy this virtual wreath laying ceremony.
Again, thank you for joining us for this wreath laying ceremony for Martin Luther King's Celebration Week at the University of Dayton. We are so enthused and we are so encouraged by your presence to commemorate his life, his legacy, and his work with us at the University of Dayton. I would note that as we gather, we are laying this wreath here at the monument to remember his work. This location served as a very special place for the University of Dayton and the city of Dayton because it served as the location where Dr. King delivered a speech to a crowd of 6,200 on race relations. This topic was very important in 1964 in America regarding housing and his commitment to nonviolence. And he talked very powerfully about unconditional love. His legacy, service, and his commitment to continuing the impact on our nation for civil rights, civil liberties, and love for one another is important and still lives in the life and the work of the University of Dayton. I'd like to acknowledge and thank my colleagues and campus partners who are as well committed to continuing this life and work, and to our exceptional students who have taken the time to study, to learn, to serve, and to lead in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Oh, facing the rising sun as our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Question: why every time we reach for something we gotta stretch? Like you have to be twice as good just to make half the success? Now that's a stretch. Or if Trayvon did anything else, that is a stretch. Did you know Mary Turner had to reach for her husband while he was stretching from a tree? Baby cut out of her like a pumpkin carving, reaching for its mother while she was stretching from a tree. The fact that Assata Shakur stretched 10 years of wrongful convictions, which, by the way, that entire trial was a reach. You know, they say yoga be relaxing, but our stretches be more painful than productive. It shows why we're sore losers. We don't loose muscles, we lose tendons. The areas meant to connect muscle to bone, wrist to black fist, African America to Africa be like a torn ACL that has ended careers. What I'm trying to say is, Fred Hampton was shot while dreaming. The scorch marks tattooed the Tulsa streets are still singing "Farther Stretch My Hands," not knowing that the producer is still sinking. Calling January 6th, 2021 a riot and not a terrorist attack is an unnecessary stretch. Just as much as calling Dr. Martin Luther King a domestic terrorist was an unnecessary stretch. See, we have been reaching for stars that have been shooting at us. This place of tranquility often feels like a tranquilizer. My future son will not have to run a Hail Mary just to touch down at home. He will know what free safety feels like. So no more stretching to warm up if the body remains cold. There is no living without the living. No protection without the protection. We must guard our lives like the treasures around our necks. Trust me. It's so close to the chest. I guarantee you won't even have to reach for it.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome.
to react toward every man with understanding goodwill. I mention a great deal because people ask this question about what do you mean when you talk about love your oppressors, and I always mention the fact that Greek literature comes to our aid in this, and the Greek language comes to our aid. In this, there are three words in Greek for love. I want to talk with you about them just a minute. There's one word called eros. Now that's a beautiful kind of love. Back in the days when a great philosopher like Plato wrote his dialogues, he talked about eros. It's a sort of aesthetic love, a yearning of the soul for the realm of the divine. This has come to us to be a sort of romantic love. And so in this sense, we've all experienced eros, and we've read about it in all the beauties of literature. In a sense, Edgar Poe was talking about eros when he talked about his beautiful Annabelle Lee surrounded by the halo of eternity with a love that great. In a sense, Shakespeare was talking about eros when he talked about love is not love, but alters with its alteration finds a bench with a remover to remove. It is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempest and is never shaken. It is a star to every wandering bark. You know, I can remember that because I have to quote it to my wife every now and then. Now the Greek language talks about phileo. That's another word, and it's a very significant level of love. This is friendship, really. On this level, you love people that you like. You love because you are loved. Then the Greek language comes out with another word and calls it agape. Agape is more than eros. Agape is more than friendship. Agape is more than romantic or aesthetic love. Agape is understanding, creative, redemptive goodwill for all men. It is an overflowing love that seeks nothing in return. Theologians would say that it is the love of God operating in the human heart. When one rises to love on this level, he comes to the point of loving the person who does the evil deed while hating the deed that the person does. And I think this is what Jesus said. I think this is what Jesus meant when he said, love your enemies, and I'm so happy he didn't say like your enemies. Like is an affectionate sort of thing, and I must confess that it's pretty difficult to like some people. There are some senators in Washington that I find it pretty difficult. Brother Thurman, Brother Eastman, and Brother Stennis. It's difficult to like them, but Jesus says, love them, and love is greater than like. Love is understanding, creating redemptive goodwill for all men. This is the kind of love I believe can guide us through this period of transition and lead us to a greater day. This is what we say when we truly become committed to nonviolence. We have a message.
It will be ours. It will be ours. Oh, one day when the war is won, we will be sure.